Sorry. As the Aztecs get settled here in the interview room, just a reminder, raise your hand if you have a question. We'll get a microphone to you. Tell us who you are, where you're from, and then if you have questions specific to the athletes, please direct it at one of them in particular. And when we get started, we'll have Coach Dutcher give us an opening remark from tonight's game, and then we'll take questions for all of the guys up here on the dais. Coach?
First of all, congratulations to Alabama. They've got a really good team, and we had to play really well tonight in order to come out with a victory. So Coach Oates and his staff do a great job. Proud of our guys. You know, we played a really solid first half. We turned it over too much, probably. It felt like we turned it over 80 times. It was only 5 times in the first half, but it seems like both defenses were controlling the tempo of the game. Nothing was easy. And to our credit, when they came out energized the second half, they built a lead. We took a timeout, I think, right by the 12-minute mark, and then Darion came out of the timeout and hit a 3 and a 2, and he kind of changed the momentum. And then we got settled back in. And, you know, I just tell the guys, nothing's going to be easy. So just keep playing our brand of basketball, keep doing your best, stay competitive. And I'm using Muhammad Ali quotes because we're in Louisville, and we talked about confidence, and the key to confidence is being fearless, and I thought we were fearless tonight.
Thanks, Coach. Questions? Over here on the left side, front row.
Dutch, you kind of hinted at the moment that Darion changed the complexion, but you're down 9 at that point. Huge Alabama crowd. Why didn't this get away from you guys in that moment?
Just because we've got an experienced team. They've been in a million of these situations over their careers. And so they didn't shy away from the moment. They weren't nervous. They just had a quiet confidence about them that they knew they had enough time to play themselves back into the game, and that's what they did.
What does it mean to be somewhere not only that this program has never been, but the entire conference has never been?
We recruit, and we say our goal is to win a national championship, so we can't act surprised when we get an opportunity to advance to the Final Four. That's what we tell them when we recruit them. And it's just not words to get them to come here. It's words we believe in. So that's why we celebrated, but we're not going to over-celebrate. There's another step to be had. This is not the end of the journey. This is the next step. We're waiting to take it.
Next question is still in front, then we'll go to the back.
Kashad, you took on Brandon Miller most of the game tonight. You know, he had 6 turnovers. What worked for you in forcing him to get uncomfortable out there tonight?
Credit to him, first of all. He played good all season. We know he's a lottery pick, and he's a talented player, but with guys like that, you just got to try to contain them. Like, we know they're going to hit shots. We know they're going to make things happen. You just got to try your best to make everything tough as possible, and that's all I did. I just gave 110 maximum effort, and credit to my teammates also. So when I switched off of them, they also did a great job with making things hard on them too. So it's just an all-around team effort. It's not just myself. It's the team effort.
Left side in the back, and then we'll come over to the right.
Yeah, this is for Darion. You have obviously had nights where you scored like this before, but obviously not on this stage. How much of this was opportunity that you found in their defense? How much of it was you had to do it because of the way things were going and Matt struggling? How much was you just feel it?
I think it's more of a feeling. I feel like throughout the whole week, I've been prepping for him. I knew what kind of coverage they were in as far as ball screens, and that's something I was working on all week. And I mean, at this point in the year, you kind of just have to have that confidence that you're going to knock those shots down that you've been working on.
All right, right side here, third row, second row. Up here, I think, one more. There you go.
We had 8 blocks this game. That was most against Alabama in any regulation game this year. What did you see with Sean Quinn and a lot of those games against him at the ring?
Nathan Mentz is the 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, and he had 5 blocks tonight. He played like it. And then Lamont Butler was the Defense Player of the Year this year, too. One won it from the coaches, one won it from the media. So we defended a high level, and that's what allows us a chance to win games. And like I said, defense alone won't win. We have to, at some point, make shots, and we made important shots down the stretch.
Right side on the aisle.
Coach, pulling Matt Bradley after his 4th foul, will you walk us through what was going through your head at that moment?
I mean, we're not a one-player team. Like, Matt is a go-to guy for us, but we're deep. I've said that about our team. And so when he's not in the game, I'm not uncomfortable that we're not going to have an ability to score the ball. The thing I like best about Matt is he missed a lot of looks early in the game that I thought were clean looks, and to his credit, he didn't let that bother him. He stepped up at the end of the game and made some really important looks.
Coach, we'll go back here on the left side, front row, and then we'll come back to the right.
For Jaden and Darion, what you guys transferred to San Diego State for just this kind of opportunity. For both of you, you know, given that decision, just the payoff, and what goes through your head when you hear the phrase Elite Eight?
I think it's great. Like Coach Dutch said, when he recruited us, you know, we trying to go to the national championship. So like this is a step on the way there. But I mean, it's a great accomplishment, and I mean, to be one of the teams you said in the conference and in our history to make it is pretty cool.
Yeah, just like you said, it's a blessing. Coming here, I mean, this is all we really talked about is win the conference championship, win the conference, and then the conference tournament, and then making a deep run in March. So, I mean, it's just a blessing to be here, and it feels good to see that our hard work is paying off.
Rick, you good? Front row, aisle. Then we'll go to the back left corner.
Yeah, Rick Bojich, WDRB here in Louisville. Alabama's the third #1 seed to exit the tournament. Houston is down double figures late in the game. Can you guys just explain what's going on this year in this tournament?
It's just parity. That's what it is. You know, there's not a lot of difference between the best team in the country and the worst team in the country. And you're seeing that on this stage. I mean, everybody's good. I mean, anybody in our conference could have beat us this year. We had 1,000 close games, but we found a way to win them. And so I guess the difference between being on the top and being on the bottom is find a way to win a close game.
Left side, back row.
Yeah, this is for Jaden. There were not very many open looks in this game for anybody, but you had that one at the end where you threw it down. Well, can you sort of take us through that play? Clowney tried to draw a charge, and that left you wide open. Can you take us through that play and tell us what it felt like to throw that down?
Coach drew up a good play for us, 5 up, to come get some motion coming off the dribble handoff. I guess they scouted us a little bit because they were trying to blow it up, so he overplayed it. And then I just had to change direction, and then, you know, he fell down, and then he just left me wide open. Mm-hmm.
Let's go right side, back row, and then we'll come left side on the aisle.
Isaac Moore, mid-major Madden. This question's for Coach Fisher. So yesterday I asked you about your team's depth and how you think that will match up against Alabama. And today your depth showed with some, you know, you guys outplayed Alabama. So, you know, what does that say, the ability to play 9-10 players a night?
The issue is not having a deep bench. The issue is everybody buys into a deep bench. They're not crying when they come out. I mean, we took the starting 5 out 3 or 4 minutes into the second half, even before the first TV timeout. In some programs, that'd be a disaster. You'd have to sit there and massage egos for 10 minutes to get them ready to play when they got back in. But this team's not wired that way. We're wired to win, and everybody supports and cares about one another, and we sacrifice to do it. And so I'm just proud of this group.
Left side, aisle.
Leo Weekly. Darian, you're down 9 against the #1 team in the country. You go on a 12-0 run to turn the game around. Was there a change in the mindset at all, or was this just business as usual?
We talked about it in the huddle. I was telling the guys that it's March. Like, we're going to go on our run, and I truly believe that. And I just took the opportunities they gave me. I feel like the big was too low on the drop. I took my shot, and then, I just made a play on defense. And then from there, our team was in it, and that's when the momentum changed.
Question. Left side, middle.
Mark Ziegler, San Diego Union Tribune. If all 3 of you players could answer this, all season, from the beginning of the season, you said, we're making a deep run in March. A couple of you said Final Four. Some of you said national championship. Do you think anybody outside your team believed you? And why were you saying that back then?
From the jump, we knew how talented our team was at every position. Like Coach Dutch says, we all deep, but with the glory of God, like, we all stay together. And it's not really about who else believes in us. It's about us being able to believe ourselves and believe that we could really do it. And that's what it's showing today. Yeah, just echoing what Keyshawn said. You know, nobody ever believes when you set big goals. We believe, and that's why we're in this position that we are in now, and we're going to just keep pushing.
Like that. It's believing. We're a very good team. I feel like Dutch talked about it a lot, our depth and just the DNA of our team. I feel like we can beat anyone in the country. So, I mean, we let it all hang tonight.
Guys, thank you. We're out of time. We appreciate your time tonight, and
Thanks,
congratulations.
everybody.
Thank you.